Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Anu and I'm a holistic lifestyle and mindset coach. Since I've spoken about the subconscious mind, thought system, belief system, there can be a little bit of more clarity that can be added to the topic. So today we're going to address that. In the past, I have said to be careful about your thoughts because thoughts repeated over a period of time becomes your belief. And your belief is something that you experience in your life, irrespective. That's why everyone having a different belief system encounter different experiences. So if you just take, let's say, one person who is very bad in your reality, gives you all the bad experiences, at the same time, there's somebody else who describes that person as a very good person. What we experience in our life depends on our belief system. Your thoughts actually mean nothing. If you just take one thought, it means nothing. We have in a day more than 60,000 thoughts. So if every thought of yours was to create an experience in your life, it would be very difficult. I have a thought of a pink elephant right now. Doesn't mean that I have a pink elephant right now in my experience. Let's just say you had a bad experience with your partner or your best friend, husband, wife, whatever, mother, father, anything. You've had a bad experience in this close relationship. Something was misunderstood, something was not clear, and you made an assumption out of it. If you now sit with that assumption, with that thought over a period of time, you're kind of creating this person's personality in your mind. So what you encounter henceforth is going to be this new personality. There are certain things which we have polished so much, which is our knowledge. It's like 2 + 2 is 4, right? So your brain is imprinted with that. I say be mindful about your thought is because we very unconsciously keep repeating them. Whenever you start a relationship, let's just say you're in the honeymoon phase. Everything is nice, everything is good because you don't have yet formed a conclusion about that person. So there's trust. There's trust, there's openness most of the times. If not, then you would not even, go out on a second date. Now, whatever you assume of this person, a new person, is a lot of times linked to your old belief system. Your beliefs, whatever you've developed now, was once a thought. So if you want to change your mindset, if you want a lifestyle change, you're basically creating your future at this present moment. So do you want to start with a clean slate, or you want to drag all the baggage and say, hey, no, I have all these experiences, they're very close to me because I went through a lot and my pain, my history, blah blah blah. You can either do that and not letting go of the past belief system is going to create a very similar future. I'm aware my past belief system is somehow not a good foundation on which I can create a beautiful future, my dream life. To change this belief system, I need new thoughts that counteract this belief. So let's just say I have a belief that people leave me all the time. If I go out, meet a new person, I'm going to form that conclusion at some point of this person is going to leave me. I'll do it very unconsciously and I'll start picking up signs of how this person is showing me all the signs that this person is also going to leave me because that's the knowledge that I have. In order to change that, I'm going to have a new thought mindfully and I'm going to say, no, it's not possible. It's not possible. No one actually leaves anyone, but that's a different story. Different topic. So what you do, then you keep repeating these thoughts mindfully, consciously. What you're doing now, you have the blueprint, you have the formula how the brain works, how the subconscious mind works, and you're going to use it in your advantage You have a new thought. You're going to keep repeating it until it becomes a belief. Now, here's where a lot of information out there also says you have to do a certain amount of repetition in order to get something in your life, what people call manifestation. So you have to have one thought, one affirmation, and you have to keep repeating it until you get it. But here's the little difference. You don't have to keep repeating a thought until it paralyzes you. You're crying on the floor and you're still repeating these thoughts or affirmations. That's not the point. Basically, they're telling you to repeat an affirmation or to repeat a thought is because they want it to be in your belief system. Now, if you have this knowledge, if you've watched my video on consciousness, if you're aware of your power, if you know how your brain works, if you know how reality functions, if you're aware of this superpower, the powerhouse within you, I don't think you need 10,000, 20,000 repetitions. You don't. You can just decide what you want. You get to choose what you want. We all have free will. You can choose, you stick to it. And then just sit and relax. If you have any thought that's not matching this idea of yours, it won't even get to you. That's where the difference between consciousness and just creating something, manifesting something. Yes, it's all possible because it's science and it's the law. It's how it works. But if you are conscious, if you're aware of the source energy within you, which we all have, you kind of not going through that struggle. You're escaping, you're skipping all of that. Like they'll tell you there's like morning, afternoon, at night, and then this and that, and then drink the water with this affirmation. It all comes down to your belief. The same thing with witchcraft. It works because of the belief. The same thing with religion, pilgrimage. You have a certain point or a certain place where people will say, oh, you have to go to that spring fountain something and drink that water and it heals everything. It's your belief. If you're aware of your power, you don't even have to lift a finger to change your life. That's how powerful we all are. We all have been given the same capacities. And then you have all the healing stones and this and that. I'm not mocking any practice or I'm not mocking anyone's religion or belief system. I'm not. I've been there, I've done that. I just know now that I'm aware of how creation works. It's much more easier because I can just, during my coffee break, I have a thought. I don't even have to put it in my schedule, remind me 20 times a day to do affirmations. It's not required. And once you get to that level or that understanding of your consciousness, who you are, your soul quality, there's no hard work required. It's just your brain. It's just your mind. If you can harness that, if you can just let go of your old belief, because the thing is, we hold on to our beliefs like a trophy. We hold on to it like a souvenir, like I went to war and this is the badge that I earned, and I'm gonna go out and tell other people how painful love is, and I'm gonna go out and tell other people that I don't believe in marriage and the world is ending. It's your experience. And you can change it. You can experience something completely 180 degrees opposite to what you've been experiencing all your life if you decide. If you decide. No one can make that decision for you. No one. You can watch my videos and 1,000 other YouTubers and 1,000 coaches, read all the books that's available. It won't change anything if you don't decide. You take control of your life. You take full responsibility of all your life experiences that you want from now on, from this point forward. And then there might be some memory coming from the past because you're, again, creating a new neural pathway. again, it's your job, it's your responsibility to convince your brain, not now. No. And if you understand consciousness, if you're aware of that source energy, these episodes won't even happen. You know, it's like you see that light and there's no going back. You have that awareness, you have that knowledge. You won't need to repeat anything and set timers and do your affirmations, nothing. I mean, what are affirmations? Affirmations are basically thoughts that you construct. So if you do not love yourself, if you've not received love from other people, again, a different topic, what's there to receive? But anyway, if you've bashed yourself down, if your self-esteem is low, if your faith, your belief, if your faith is low in yourself, if your confidence is low, you do an affirmation, right? So let's say I was never loved in my life, and then I'll be like, yes, but I am loved. I'm always loved. That's your new affirmation. So affirmations are basically thoughts that you create very consciously because that's what you keep repeating. Understanding consciousness, just experiencing the power that you have within you, once you do it, you'll have had the most wonderful foundation to not just get your dreams, achieve your goals, but to be happy and at peace for the rest of your life. There's this freedom, the utmost freedom, once you are not bothered anymore. And it's not, not being bothered like I don't care anymore. It's not giving up. It's just knowing that you're taken care of. And who's taking care of all of that? Nothing outside of you. It all comes from within. So if my brain has the capacity to create the same story over and over to prove my belief correct, I'm aware of it now, and I don't want to watch that movie. So what do? I'm vigilant about my thoughts. And when you have slip-ups, it's just a thought. It's just a thought. It means nothing. But I am not going to sit and marinate in that thought, because that's exactly what we've done throughout our lives. And then we experience something and then we blame the world. We blame people outside of us. We blame situations. We blame events and circumstances. It comes back to you. It all comes back to you. And also, I would like to quickly clarify when people say, if you have any negative thoughts, replace it with positive thoughts. No, you don't have to. You have to stick to your belief. You have to just remind yourself, what do I believe? I believe gravity works. So if I have a negative thought that maybe gravity is not going to work when I get out of bed, maybe I'm going to fall down and it's not working anymore. It's a thought that came to me, it means nothing, because my belief is what? My belief is that gravity works. So do I have to sit there, meditate, do affirmations 10,000 times that gravity is working for me? No, because my belief is that gravity works. I've had a funny thought. It's fine, it means nothing. So even when you meditate, one of the basic principles of meditation is what? First, they bring you to your focus. You sit down, calm place, no distraction, deep breaths. Why? Because we're calming the nervous system. Okay? Sometimes you scan your body, sometimes not, but it's again to bring your focus away from everything. The bill's not paid, laundry not done, not right now. We don't need that. And then what? Observe your thoughts. A lot of meditations say that. If you have a thought, just watch it and imagine it's like a cloud passing by. I'll give a very nice insight to this. Well, I grew up with meditation. My father was a big fan of meditation, and we started doing meditations from a very young age. And when I started doing guided meditations, which was only in my 20s. Before that, I had a different set of principles that I grew up with, and that's the kind of meditation we did. I was repeating this type of these types of meditation, and I had an epiphany. It was a light bulb moment, because I was sitting there, I was listening to this guided meditation and I was like, okay, now I have this thought of this and that. And no. They said, just let it pass by like a cloud. It came to my mind, who is aware of these thoughts? If you can observe your thought, you're able to create an image in your mind, whether you're meditating or not meditating. Who observed it? Who's observing all of it? And that for me was, I think, a breakthrough, because it was the first time I had these questions around consciousness. So if I'm able to sit and meditate and watch my thought, observe my thought, who am I? Who is observing this? And I could somehow then differentiate. Since then, if I would have, I had slip-ups. But when I would get back to that state, I would have a negative thought which would be contradicting to what I want in my life, which would be contradicting my goal. I would remember that meditation. I would remember that surreal moment of my life in that meditation and be like, okay, I'm observing it. That means I am not my thought. I am something that's different, which is distant, and who can observe the thought. I'm not the thought. It's just a trick. It's just a trick. And your mind is going to play a lot of tricks. Again, depends on all your experiences. This is something that I wanted to address today about thoughts, that if you don't have to paralyze yourself, and there's no amount of repetition that's required, there's no set rule. You have to keep repeating a positive thought or an affirmation until it becomes a belief. And it's going to be automatic. Sometimes you don't even have to repeat it again. If you understand consciousness, if you understand your power, you don't even have to repeat it. You'll have an idea and you'll stick to it because you know you're taken care of. We don't need to, make an Excel sheet and figure out how many times a day and what's the time slot. Nothing. No. The difference is, so far we've created our life very unconsciously. We've created it depending on our belief system, which grew over the period of time. We were not born with these set, not all of it. And now that we're aware of it, of how it works, we're going to take our power back and we navigate. We tell what we want, we decide what we want, and it's the law. It has to work. That's what you're going to experience. If you're having any contradicting thoughts coming up, anything from the past coming up, remind yourself it means nothing. It will mean something if I let this win and I sit and marinate in it. Okay? So that's the video for today. If you're new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe. I offer one-on-one coaching. Do check the description box below. You'll find all the details there. And I can't wait to see you guys again. Sending you lots of love. Bye.